Hello, Captains. It's me, TONIK TZW, and we've probably all seen those war movies where the hero is absolutely surrounded. The enemy forces are overwhelming. There's explosions going off everywhere. There's smoke and the smell of cordite in the air, and he checks his weapon and prepares to make his final stand, even though he knows that it's likely to cost him his life to save the day. This is going to be one of those games, and how I even made it to where I got to, I don't know, because it is a right old Royal Rumble. Now, I do always come up on mic in games and see if anybody's listening and try to communicate with what I'm going to be doing. Some people don't like to talk on the mics, but they do listen in. So we got a summoner across there, a gunboard, asking the guys across there to support him. And I come up on the mic and I say, look, I'm going to go on to B cap, but if it just gets contested, I'm not just going to sit there doing nothing. I'm going to come out of it and I'm going to do the job that I need to do. Because this is the problem with this cap on this map. Because of the islands in the middle, you get ships sat on either side. It is contested, and it generally comes down to whoever collapses a flank and pushes round it is the team that is going to win this game. Now, there is the summoner on the left flank. There is a Z44 out on the right flank, and I'm looking around me as I get in thinking, can we get an early fire? And then I notice that even though I'm behind this island and fire my guns across the top, I'm spotted and I'm looking around and I can't see anything. But spider senses tingling. Look at how quick the perceptive indicator is moving down the side of the map, and I take some hits there because that is going to be a destroyer with an engine boost, and that is going to be the Kleber. Experience tells me that it's the Kleber, and he's pushing straight through. He is going on a mad dash, and there he is. So we are going to get straight on the guns on this guy, and we're going to do everything we can to stop him from punching a hole in our battleships to the rear. Thankfully, the team has its head screwed on. I am now contested on this capture point, and I'm sure that there is something behind me there just to the left. It's not that gross occur first there, but we're going to put some fire onto him while we've got this smoke screen available, or until such time as he disappears. There is a second gross occur first. He is pushing out, and that is not good for me because I know that I am within sonar range. So I am going to start moving away, and I know he's going to slow down on the corner, so we try to get those torpedoes as tight against the island as we can, and we're going to go skinny, and we're going to keep moving away from him. We need 5.5 kilometers. We're just on 5 now. There you can go. He slowed down. Now, it could have been a dev strike, yes, if I'd hung around a little bit longer, but 2 will do. We get 1 flood. He's damage controlled that. He can't see us anymore, so we pop the smoke thinking somebody must have eyes on him, but guess what? No, they don't. And so I decide I'm going to have to come out my smoke and get this guy spotted. But here we go. Somebody's come to the rescue with spotting. I can set my smoke, get straight on the guns here, and you all know how much I love this ship. It is like the cream in the pie, quite literally. It is the best destroyer at legendary tier by far, and we are going to wail on that curve first with our guns because we're already past 30,000 damage to give us a 2% reduction on reload, and we are just going to keep going on that, and we get our first kill, which gives us an extra 5% damage. Now at the start of the screen you might have seen that there is another Z44 and an Elbing in division. We can see shadows of 2 destroyers on the right side of the minimap. This is where having an eye on the minimap can help you to win the game by knowing and understanding what is going on around you. So pay attention to it. The Z44 has been left all on his own, and so I decide that I'm going to come across and help him. There's a destroyer on cap, obviously, because it's turning. I'm trying to keep an eye on how fast that is turning to think, are there 1 or 2 destroyers? There's the Elbing. It's not the Elbing. The target is closer than the range to the Elbing. So that means that we've got the Z44 in the cap. Now, what are we going to do with the Elbing? We've got AP. He's on the corner of the island, but there is the Z44. They don't know I'm here. They do now. He is backing up. I'm going to stay bow onto the Elbing, put some shots out to the Z44. We take a moment to switch to HE, but he is gone. Our Z44 is running. I'm straight onto guns on the Elbing. He's at 5-3. Does he go out to torpedoes? Doesn't look like he has. My sonar's run down. What are we going to do now? Torpedoes through the smoke. That'll do nicely. Let's get back onto guns. Even though, you know, I know that AP is best against him. It's got to be HE because that's what I had loaded. We've got to be quick. We've got to be fast. We've got to be dirty. We are up to 3 kills, 5.5 minutes into the game. There are 4 kills being taken out of red team in total. So I've come across, we've supported this Z44, and now we are going to push through and take a cap, because it looks like the only ships that are nearby are at the back of the map. So we should be able to get across here onto Charlie Cap, and we should be able to take it and then come back through Bravo Cap. Now, there were 4 destroyers on each team. Red team have lost 3 of theirs, which leaves a daring. There is a pretty much full health Masashi at the back of the map, and trust me, this guy lives up to his name, because I did message him after the game and drop him a little. I knew that would happen, but GG's and congratulations. And he went, haha, I knew that would happen, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we'll get there when we get to the end. But as I'm pushing forward with the Z44, he appears to have a little bit more speed than me. And I'm looking at the distance I've got to cover, and I'm looking at the capture point flipping. And I'm thinking, I'm not only going to get a cap assist on this, because I'm not going to make it in time. I thought, I play B cap, I come off B cap to take care of business and don't actually get to turn that cap. And so I've come across to defend D. Didn't get any, well, no, sorry, I did get some defense on that. But now I haven't even made a cap assist on C cap. So, you know, the destroyer mantra of spot, capture and kill. I just seem to be missing out on XP here and ribbons, because I'm fighting the caps rather than taking the caps. So we have successfully, I say we, the Z44 successfully turned this capture point. I didn't quite make it. So looking there, Perceptive has flipped across to the centre of B cap, and there's only one ship that's going to be close enough to have that indicator flip in that direction, and that is going to be the Daring. He's on 2 kills. I'm on 3. I've got a 15% damage increase and a 2% reload reduction. I think I have the edge in this one, but I don't know how healthy he is, how many hit points he has left. And we've got a Grosser Kurfürst out there to our front. I think it's a Masashi off to the left as well, but there is the D-ring. The D-ring? No. The Daring. I was going to say a D-ring would be a cross between a Daring and a Gearing, but our Masashi takes the kill there, full salvo through the smoke, a bit of a blind shot, and I didn't really get a chance to get the shot in there, and so I'm going to pop my smoke thinking, this Shimikaze, sorry, not a Shimikaze, I've got all my ships mixed up tonight, it's getting late. This Z44 will surely keep spot for me so that I can go guns on this GK and burn him down as much as possible. But no, he decides to sail behind me, behind my smoke screen, thereby losing line of sight. But here we go, we're back onto him again. We get the kill, luckily, but not before somebody picks up a flesh wound, and I didn't see who that was. I think it might have been the Daring. So we're on 4 kills, 2 ships left in the game, and what we got? Is it double Misashis? Misashi over there and Misashi over there. So who is going to be the target for tonight? Now you look at it, it's a pretty low damage tally so far, because it's been destroyers mainly, and we got lucky getting the last blow on that GK there. Now, even though that Musashi is almost at range for the torpedoes, we are going to put them across there, and then I'm having a look at what Musashi number 2 is doing, because I'm thinking, okay, can I use my smoke? Can I get in the middle of these two? Can I get fires on them both and start ticking them down and keep them both in range and hope that somebody can see them? Yeah, I'm kind of reliant on a Z44 who I had to save earlier to help me out a little bit now. We do have the lead on points, and to be frank, we don't actually have to win harder here, do we? We could just sail away and defend the capture points, but with 2 juicy targets like Musashi's, 4 kills on the board, this is begging for a Kraken, and I'm just looking and I'm thinking this Musashi is going to be the Kraken, but nope, the torpedoes run out. So I pop my smoke thinking, because the torpedoes are heading out from the Z44, that he can see the Musashi, but he can't. But thankfully the Musashi fires his guns, which is going to give me about 20 seconds of wailing on him. But I also know that the other Musashi is coming in from the rear, and he is closer than 8 kilometers, because that's the direction that Perceptive is pushing in. This guy knows that I have just fired my torpedoes recently, and therefore I am unlikely to be putting torpedoes in his direction anytime soon. But we do get a fire, and I'm looking at that Z44 and I'm thinking, cheers mate, you really kind of scuppered me here. And so I'm going to have to run, aren't I? He is still burning, he is still ticking. I'm looking for a way out of here. Musashi number 2, full health, who has been sat there at the back of the map for pretty much the entire game, is now trying to run me down. Smokescreen is becoming available again. I know this guy is going to turn when he sees torpedoes. I'm going to try and cover things as much as I can. I could have put torpedoes in 2 directions, but my game is going to be over. There is nothing I can do here with 2 battleships. The Z44 has decided that actually, yeah, he's going to run. He's going to run for the cap and take what he can. The guns are going, the torpedoes are running. Is he going to slip through them? No, they're going to slip straight into him. And that is Kraken number 147, I think. But even though I'm detected, even though I've got my guns going, I've got 1 torpedo left. I did fire them all at the other Musashi, but this torpedo is called a Daring. And all I can do is ask this guy if I can have the last dance that's going to send me back to port, but not before we give him a die-hard medal. Now, it was a pretty low damage game until that point, and I did notice that that damage is just ticking. And that damage continued to tick all the way up to just over 183,500 and pulled me in a high caliber and a witherer to go with the Kraken. So not a bad result at all. It was very fast and very furious a lot of the time there, and I did feel like I'd been hung out to dry on occasions. We did play harder and win harder on that one. I didn't really need to lose my ship, but it makes it a good game and something that you can enjoy watching. So I really do hope that you've enjoyed watching this one. Don't forget to smash the like, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought, subscribe to the channel, and you can tip through the videos, and you can also take up a membership to the channel as well for as little as 99p a month. It just helps support me to keep this channel going and keep the content going. I don't make enough money for all the good stuff. Until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.